Alright, I'm out here working on my boy's four-wheeler tonight. I ended up swapping the factory carburetor out for one so I can adjust the air fuel and pull it apart and clean jets and swap jets if need be. And the problem I ran into with is that the tube that comes out of the top of this carburetor is shorter than the factory one, which means then my cable is too long, and it's like you got to go half throttle before it even engages. So what I'm going to do is try and extend this cable. So what you do is you squeeze this with your pliers, this little collar, and then you pull it off with your pliers, cut back some of the sheathing, and then you grab holds of this liner. My phone can grab the liner, and you can actually stretch it out, and then you put the once you stretch it out like an inch or so, like I basically got to stretch it out about an inch, and then when I'm done, I'll slide this back on, and then either shrink wrap it with something, electrical tape, something to basically just cover that liner up a little bit, and so you don't get any corrosion or anything inside there. So it's just a quick tip on how to save some money by buying a new throttle cable. And you know, some people are probably like, well, why don't you just adjust it here? Well, I had it max out all the way to where these things, they don't give you much adjustment. I might get like an inch adjustment out of this. It's just not as much as I needed. So I had it maxed out all the way, and it still was like, you know, you got to push this half throttle before it even engages. I want it to be crispy. So we're going to try this out and see how it goes. Alright, here's a part 2 on this throttle cable. I got this all stretched out here, and I'll end up covering that with something, but I'll show you guys here how much tighter it is now. If I can do this one-handed. So I'll just pretend that's in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it one-handed. So now, instant pulling that throttle cable now instead of the gap, and then now I have a whole nother inch of adjustment if this cable ever stretches or anything like that. So should be good now. Here's another video after I got it all put back together. It shows you how crispy this thing is now. I mean, it's not perfect, but really ain't much a guy can do without special ordering a throttle cable that fits, just because these aftermarket carbs aren't, you know, factory or whatever. But full adjustments is kind of nice. I don't know if you can see the brand on there, but MOL, I don't know what it's called, but might need to adjust some valves on this thing. Kind of hear a little noisy, but I think it sounds good. It's got a lot more power than stock carburetor too.